Hey guys, so it's the 6th of September 2025. My name is Nicola Dwyer. I wrote this poem and I want to say from the off, this is creative. This is creative. It's a creative project. It's for entertainment purposes only. So this is a creative expression of how I see our world and all of the things that's going on right now around the world. A lot of people are speaking up. A lot of people are talking about important topics. And I feel like if you have any type of a story that reflects a negative experience inside of the system and you start to speak about it, you become a little bit of a target, is what I'm going to say. And I have held back from speaking about some things because of this. And look, at this stage, it just is what it is. I'm going to use my creative gifts to share my truth. And if that triggers people, it triggers people. If it puts me in harm's way, it puts me in harm's way. It just is what it is at this stage. I have met so many people who have a similar story to me. Some of them are actually so much worse than mine. And what we do is we accept that some of our behaviour and actions justified us being treated a certain way, and I don't believe that's the truth. So I wrote this poem because I feel like when you try to change your life, it's almost like you're allowed to change, but not too much. You're allowed to change, but you're not allowed to question anything. And that just doesn't sit right with me. I have tried to do this project or call and whatever you'd like to say it is in a few different ways, and it always ends up the same every time I make a video and I speak about any of these things. I get targeted. So how I have come to this conclusion is that if I don't talk about my experience and don't share my understanding of the world, I'm not fulfilled. And if I do share these things, I'm targeted. So I have these difficult decisions to make. And I'm going to decide to share this stuff because it's too important. There's too many people still stuck because of fear, afraid to say afraid to own their truth, afraid to challenge anything that they don't understand or people that they don't normally connect with. And that's not cool. We need to find our voices again. I believe that had I found my voice years ago, I wouldn't have extended my addiction by all them decades if I hadn't been afraid to speak up. Loads of people are afraid to say anything. They're afraid because they're stuck. They're afraid because they're in these medical contracts. They're afraid because they've no family. They're afraid because they've no home. They're afraid because their kids are in care. It's a never-ending cycle of fear. And it's time that people start speaking up and try to break this cycle and try to help, support and guide other people out of the dark that I was once a prisoner of. So this poem is called Dreams. And I know my poetry is really good. And I know for a fact I should have been picked up by someone a long time ago. But because of some of the things I'm speaking about, that's probably why I haven't. And I have come to accept that when you want to speak about these things, that's just going to be part of the journey. And I'm okay with that. So this poem is called Dreams. Here we go. Don't you dare dream about something new. Don't go into your soul to try to understand you. Stay trapped in the chaos that you see all around. Stay bound to the traps that set up all around. Don't think for yourself, just do as you're told. Be a good little sheep now, don't dare to be bold. And when you won't listen, we will create situations to stop you from becoming great. Don't speak up, stay quiet instead. Don't listen to self, it's all in your head. Don't you dare ask questions of any kind. Don't you dare understand your own damn mind. Don't try new things that might excite you. Just do what everyone else does too. Don't question the narrative being presented to you. We label you crazy if that's what you do. Don't hold us accountable because we're better than you. We formless for that type of behaviour too. Stay in the box we built you to fit, and if you don't, we'll just rearrange it. But somewhere in here, the rules have to change with an unwavering pace to rearrange, to understand the process so that you see, trapped up in the system you don't have to be. The illusion is bigger and deeper than you. You've been conditioned and blinded not to see through. A system that's worked for centuries to be the trap that can stop you from being set free. When you think for yourself, let's not forget, you become a target and probably a bet. They'll use fair tactics and they'll go deep to bury the secrets that they want to keep. The time for staying quiet is over and done. When you take control of your life, they'll just call you the one. And when I say the one, I mean somebody who refuses to stay quiet, somebody who wants to create change, somebody who wants to see change, somebody who has a story that's important that needs to be told. And like, I have gone the right way about this. I have tried to be understanding, and I have tried to see things from a different perspective, and while I still do, I just feel like I'm not being given the opportunity to use this story to help people. And it's an incredible story that can help people, and I've met many other people who have similar stories to me that can help other people. And it's just a reluctance of our global, I'm not just talking about Ireland, our global institutions to accept, change, and to accept that there can be another way. When I look at my particular story and I think back to all my diagnoses, and there's many, and I'm not saying my diagnoses are not real, they're real, but only when you rely on yourself, only when you're put, actually, let me reword that. Only when you're put into a position where you have no choice other than to rely on yourself are you truly going to learn how incredible your healing capabilities are, and how absolutely amazing your body is and can be at regenerating once you remove toxic substances from your system. And I follow JFK Jr., who's doing a lot of talking about this stuff, about vaccines, about pharmaceuticals, about basically the lies that we've been told. And I think that this man is incredible. I think that he is highlighting a lot of important stuff, and I would urge anybody who's on here and wants to learn about that stuff to go and follow him. So look, I'm not saying for a minute we don't need medication. I think we probably do, to get people to where they need to be. Because you can't obviously just stop taking medication when you've been taking it for a long time. So you need it to bring you back to ground zero, is what I'm going to call it. But once you get to that place and you start taking care of yourself properly, excuse me, like with proper food, with proper rest, with meditation, with understanding how to protect yourself from things, from moving away from things that don't serve you anymore, stuff like that. I think that when you get to that place, it's really incredible what can happen. So look, I wanted to share this regardless of, I'm not going to let fear control me anymore. So thanks for listening.